Miriam, the sister of Moses and Aaron, is one of the most remarkable women in the Bible. A leader, prophetess, and protector whose courage helped shape the destiny of Israel. Her story weaves through the early life of Moses, the exodus from Egypt, and the wilderness journey, showing how God used her strength, wisdom, and voice in a time when women rarely had a public role. Young Miriam first appears during one of the darkest times for the Israelites, when Pharaoh ordered all Hebrew baby boys to be killed. Her mother, Jochebed, hid her newborn son, Moses, for 3 months. When she could no longer conceal him, she placed him in a basket among the reeds of the Nile River. Miriam, only a young girl, watched from a distance, brave and alert. When Pharaoh's daughter found the baby and took pity on him, it was Miriam who stepped forward with courage and quick thinking. She offered to find a Hebrew nurse for the child, cleverly reuniting Moses with his own mother. Because of Miriam's boldness, Moses' life was spared, and he would one day lead Israel out of slavery. Years later, after the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, Miriam's faith and leadership shone again. As the waters closed over Pharaoh's army, she led the women of Israel in celebration, dancing and singing praises to God. Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and its rider he has hurled into the sea. Exodus 15:21. This moment made her the first woman in the Bible to be called a prophetess, showing her deep spiritual insight and leadership. Miriam wasn't just Moses' sister. She was a symbol of hope and joy for her people. But even great leaders have moments of weakness. In Numbers 12, Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses, questioning why he alone should lead and why God spoke only through him. As a result, God struck Miriam with leprosy, a punishment that isolated her outside the camp. Yet even in discipline, Miriam's importance was clear. The entire nation stopped moving until she was healed. Her restoration after Moses prayed for her showed both God's justice and mercy. Miriam stands out because she is courageous, risking herself to save her brother and indirectly her nation. She is faithful, leading worship after one of Israel's greatest miracles. She made mistakes, but was still loved and restored by God. One of the earliest female leaders and prophets, showing that God's calling is not limited by gender or age. When she died in the wilderness, Numbers 21, the Bible simply says, Miriam died there and was buried. Yet her legacy lived on. She was remembered as the sister who watched, the woman who sang, and the leader who inspired generations of faith.